The top 12 most dangerous families in the world. Familial connections can get muddled now and again. At the point when things get unpleasant with your own faction, you may look to acclaimed families since the beginning, similar to the Kennedys, the royal family, or even the Kardashians. Notwithstanding, we have discovered 12 families that you certainly don't have any desire to have any piece of. You might think that your family is the worst when they embarrass you or enact strict rules, but being a member of one of these dangerous families can be hazardous to your health, to say the least. Number 12. The Moran Family. The Moran family is based in Melbourne, Australia, and is mainly known for its role in the so-called Melbourne underworld murders, which involved 36 criminals between 1998 and 2010. When the head of the family was shot in 2004, his wife, Judy, moved up and took over the role of the matriarch. She lost not only her husband, but also two of her sons, Jason and Mark, and her brother-in-law, Des, who she actually didn't lose so much as had killed, which is why she came to trial with 3 other suspects in 2009, and finally was convicted in 2011. Since then, the organization has become somewhat quieter, although it is not known how many members are still involved. Number 11. The A-Team, aka the Addams Family. The Addams Family is also known as the Clerkenwell Criminal Syndicate and is a British organization, perhaps the most powerful in the United Kingdom. The Addams Family is said to be linked to over 25 murders and has an estimated fortune of about £200 million. The head of the organization is Terence George Addams, who founded the syndicate in 1980 with his brothers Thomas and Patrick. Terry, Tommy, and Patsy, which at first sounded harmless, quickly became one of the most dangerous criminal family bands with more and more members. The organization is at the top of the most wanted list and is permanently monitored by the British police. In 2014, Tommy and 13 other members of the gang were arrested for allegations of assault, money laundering, and embezzlement, as well as the discovery of 6 shotguns and a large sum of cash. Number 10. Family of Monsters. When their dastardly crimes came to light, the media dubbed them the Family of Monsters and were shocked by the cold, calculated nature of their crimes. Despite their middle-class income, they decided that wasn't enough and viewed their crimes as a side hustle to earn some extra cash. Occasionally, they would target police officers in order to steal their weapons to replenish their own supply. The whole family participated in these crimes until they were finally caught. Number 9. Briley Brothers. Although their crime spree only lasted 7 months, the brutality of the Briley Brothers will never be forgotten. The trio of brothers and an accomplice, Duncan Meekins, began a series of random killings that claimed the lives of at least 11 people. After their capture, Meekins turned on the brothers, providing evidence in exchange for a lesser sentence. Linwood and James were eventually executed, while Anthony still remains imprisoned. Number 8. Blood Brothers. To outsiders, they seemed a devout family who were fervent in their Mormon religious beliefs. Dan and Ron, along with their brother Alan, started their own sect, School of Prophets. Polygamy was one of their core beliefs, which, needless to say, doesn't sit well with their current wives. Alan's wife, Brenda, left and encouraged the wives of the other brothers to follow suit. Ron claimed that God wasn't thrilled about her actions and commanded the brothers to do something about it. Dan and Ron took the life of both Brenda Lafferty and her infant daughter, Erica. Number 7. The Sinaloa Cartel. If you're looking for the largest and most powerful drug trafficking cartel, look no further than the Sinaloa. This group is active in 17 Mexican states and throughout the United States. The number of civilians that end up being casualties due to this gang is a huge problem. Not to mention the fact that the Sinaloa frequently war with other competing factions. It's said that they even hire local gangs to carry out their dirty work for them, ordering assassinations and other illegal activities with ease. Number 6. Beltrán Leyva Organization. This deadly band of brothers took on the task of producing, transporting, and wholesaling illegal drugs, and that's just the beginning. They also controlled numerous drug trafficking corridors and engaged in human smuggling, extortion, kidnapping, and even murder. The brothers started out as mere smugglers before making the lead into assassinations. Leading the PLO was Alfredo Beltrán Leyva, who was known as the Desert Ant. He was arrested in 2008. Number 5. Richthofen. Although the Richthofen and family were in criminals, they managed to amass a body count that was simply staggering. Let's start with the most well-known family member, Manfred von Richthofen, who you probably know better as the Red Baron. During World War I, who was the most notorious fighter pilot in Germany and is officially credited with 80 air combat victories. Manfred had a younger brother named Lothar, who many believe was actually a more formidable pilot than the Red Baron himself. Lothar and Manfred had a cousin named Wolfram, who fought in both world wars, racking up an insane number of victories and surviving unscathed. Number 5. Guadalajara Cartel. Sandra Avila Beltrán was born into the Guadalajara Cartel as a third-generation drug trafficker. She was eventually dubbed Reina del Pacifico, or the Queen of the Pacific. Avila Beltrán was married twice to ex-police commanders who she inducted into her lifestyle and were subsequently assassinated as a result. Her teenage son was kidnapped, causing her to contact the police for help. While she got her son back, she had alerted authorities to her identity, resulting in her eventual arrest. Number 3. The Bloody Fenders. The 4 members of the Bender family apparently believe that the family who slays together stays together. They operated a small shop out of their home, offering goods and a room for the night to weary travelers. Which would have been nice if the travelers didn't lose their lives before they could leave. They would position their guests over a trapdoor leading to the cellar, and one of the Bender men would club them over the head before a female Bender finished the job with a knife. Although they were brutal, they were also sloppy, and several of their victims escaped, leading to their eventual arrest. Number 2. Barker-Karpis Gang. The matriarch of the Barker family was Kate Barker, better known as Ma Barker. Her 4 boys Herman, Lloyd, Arthur, and Fred had a long criminal history. In addition to standard robberies, the gang often foraged into the realm of kidnapping and other illegal activities. Fred, Herman, and Ma all lost their lives as a result of police shootouts, while Arthur was gunned down attempting to escape Alcatraz. Number 1. The Genovese family. In terms of power, this family is absolutely unmatched. The gang started out as the Morello Gang, the first mafia gang family in the New York City. Founded by Giuseppe Morello, his half-brothers Nicholas, Vincenzo, Gio, and the rest of his family, at one point in its long and bloody history, Vito Genovese made his way up through the ranks. Vito Genovese was known as the boss of all bosses and was responsible for expanding the heroin trade to an international level, along with his associate Charles Luciano. Special mention: the Rothschild Empire. Rothschild is the name that almost everyone has heard of, although anyone who thinks about rusty old dynasties from centuries past is, however, quite wrong. The Rothschild family is the most powerful organization in the world whose assets cannot be precisely defined. However, it is estimated that 200 years of history has brought about at least $350 billion, not millions, billions. This means that the Rothschild would have the capabilities to supply the entire world population with food and accommodation on this long road of success. The organization did not hesitate to cheat and to accept the sacrifices even within the family. Nowadays, they own banks almost all over the world and thus have incredible power. They are the subject of a lot of conspiracy theories as to delicate figures in the family unites the right-wing Jews and the left-sided bank. So there you have it. These were our picks of the 12 most dangerous families in the world. What do you think about this list? Do you have any other dangerous families in mind? Let us know in the comment section down below. These dangerous families definitely make us appreciate our own far less insidious ones. One far safer family is our notification squad, so be sure to hit that like button and notification bell so you don't miss any of our latest and newest videos. Until the next time, see you later, my friends.